In this tutorial, I am going to discuss a programming question, valid perfect square. So the problem statement is given a positive integer num, we have to write a code to return true if num is a perfect square, else we return false. And for this question, we don't have to use any built-in library functions such as square root. So let's see some examples. So in the first example, the input is 25, and if we do the square of 5 we get this number 25, so we return true, so it's a valid perfect square. And in the second example, the input is 19, so we return false. So the reason being, the square of 4 is 16 and the square of 5 is 25, and so we don't have any number. If we do the square of that number we get 19, so this number does not, 19 is not a valid perfect square, so we return false. And in the third example, so the square of 1 is 1, so it's a valid perfect square, so we return true. So this is the problem statement, and now let's discuss multiple approaches to solve this problem. Let's start with the basic approach. Now assume we have to check whether this number is valid perfect square or not. So what's the simplest approach to solve this problem? So the simplest approach is to run a loop from 1 to this number to 16 and do the square of each number and compare with this number. If it is equal to this number, if the square of the number is equal to this number, then it's a valid perfect square. If it is greater than this number, then it's not a valid perfect square, so we simply return false. So what we can do is, so let's say we run a loop from 1 2 3 up to 4 and up to 16. So first iteration we do the square of this number and compare with this number. So yes, it is not equal. Then we do the square of this number and compare with this number, so it is not equal. We do the square of this number and compare with this number, it is not equal. When we do the square of this number and compare with this number, so it is equal. So what we can do is we return true. So what if the number is 19? So it is still less, then the next number is 5. We do the square of this number and we compare with this number. So when we do the square of 5, it is 25, which is greater than 19, so we return a false. So in this approach, what we did is we run a loop run a loop from 1 to 16. So also we know that given a number n, square root of a number n always lies between 2 to n by 2. So what we can do is, if a number is less than 2, we simply return true. So in that case it is 0 and 1, so we simply return true. And if a number is greater than 2, we can run a loop from 2 to n by 2, and at each step we do the square of this number and compare with the number. If it is equal, then we return true. If it is greater than this number, we return false. So instead of running a loop from 1 to n, we can run a loop from 2 to num by 2. So this is the basic approach to solve this problem, and let's see how we can solve this problem more efficiently. We can solve this problem efficiently using binary search. So now suppose the number is 16 and we have to check whether exists a number whose square is equal to 16. What we can do is we can use this property: given a number n, square root of number n always lies between 2 to n by 2. So start index as this one and index as this one, then we compute the mid, and then we check whether exists a number whose square is equal to 16. And so we run a loop, and so here I have declared a data type of long type. So the reason being, for large input, if I declare it as int, then there might be a chance of integer overflow, so that's why I have declared long data type. So what we can do is, let's first calculate the mid, and when we calculate, so start is 2 and end is 8 for this input, and when I calculate mid, in that case the mid is 5, and when we do the square of mid, it is greater than the number, which is 16. So what we can do is we reassign the value of end, and the new value of end is mid minus 1, which is 4. And in next iteration we again calculate the mid, and in that case the mid is 3. And this time when we do the square of mid, it is 9 which is less than 16. So we reach at this statement and we reinitialize the value of start, which is 4, and the value of start is 4, the value of end is 4, and it is still, so this condition is still true. And now we again calculate the mid. So the start is 4 and minus start is 0 divided by 2, 0. So the mid is 4, and this time when we do the square of this number, which is equal to 16, so we return true. So we found a number whose square is equal to 16, so it's a valid square. And now if it is not the case, then we return false. So now let's talk about its time and space complexity. So its time complexity is O log n, and its space complexity is O1. So we have not used any extra space. So that's it for this video tutorial. For more such programming videos, you can subscribe our YouTube channel. You can visit our website, which is https://webrewrite.com. And thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like this video.